Good morning, children. We have already completed three chapters, and today we are going to start a new chapter. Now, here in this slide, you can see so many pictures with things happening, right? And what is happening is separation. That is, in the first case, there, the grain is being separated. The next one, you can see husk being separated. There are many things that are something very natural that you see in the farmlands. So we are going to discuss on the separation of substances, how it is done, okay, and which are the substances that need to be separated. So let's see the objectives that we need to follow while studying this chapter. We're going to study the pure and mixed substances, properties of mixtures, need for separation of mixtures and methods of separation, separating solid from solid, separating insoluble solids from liquids, separating soluble solids from liquids, separating soluble liquids from their solutions, that's miscible liquids, separating insoluble liquids from their solution, that's immiscible liquids, purification of drinking water, solution and solubility, and water as a universal solid. Now we begin with the first topic, that's pure and mixed substances. Now matter, as you know, is anything that occupies space and has weight or mass. Matter could be divided into two main groups, pure substances and mixtures. Under pure substances, we have elements and compounds. Elements are individually present and the molecules of a single element, which are which is a pure substance. There is nothing combined to it. Okay, and throughout the element, the same substance, same molecules are present. Whereas in case of compounds, they are present in combined state. Okay, all right. But then next we have is mixtures. Now in case of mixtures, we have two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. So in homogeneous mixture, see, first of all, in mixture is a material in which more than one substances are mixed, right? And when this mixing of substances is same throughout, then it becomes a homogeneous mixture. And if it is not same, if the constituents are different, okay, then it becomes, or the quantity of the constituents are different, then it becomes a heterogeneous mixture. Now you can see so many different types of mixtures here, right? And each one, like in the first case, you see that many grains are mixed, and these people are trying to separate the grains according to their requirement. Then drinking water, you see, plain drinking water also is a mixture of in water there are so many dissolved gases, dissolved minerals, which are beneficial for us. Right? Then we can see here oil and water mixed. You can see different colors of gems. Now in all these cases, okay, we in some of these cases we need to separate the mixtures, okay, and there is reason why. Like for example, in the first case, you need to separate the mixtures, or you can say according to their requirements they need to remove whatever they want, so they are separating it for their benefit. In case of this oil and water, maybe by mistake it is mixed, so it has to be separated to be used, otherwise you cannot use the oil, right? In case of gems, you might require need you might feel like eating a special color of gem, right? Your own choice of the color. So according to that, according to your choice, you're going to select your colors. That's also one reason of separation. But in case of drinking water, we need not separate the dissolved materials. Why? Because they are all nutrients and they are all good. So whether we should be separating the mixtures or we should not, okay, it all depends on our need. So let's see now what is the need for separation. Now one major need for separation of mixture is to remove the undesirable or harmful constituents. I hear this lady is trying to remove stones from the wheat. That is one reason why we need to separate mixtures. Second one could be to obtain useful constituents, like we saw that oil and water are mixed, right? But we require oil. We want to use that oil to make certain things. So that to remove that useful thing, we have to separate it. It is also required to obtain pure substances. So now let's check on what are the properties of a mixture. Why will you call a particular combination a mixture? The first important property is that the components of a mixture retain their properties. Each component present in the mixture retains its property, it has its own property. There is no combination of properties. The constituents of the mixture may even be present in any ratio. The ratio is not fixed. Okay? As in case of compounds, we saw that they are mixed in a fixed ratio. But in mixtures, they can be fixed in any ratio. Then they can be separated from each other by different methods. Physical methods, as we saw just now, and we'll be still discussing, they can be separated. And they do not have a fixed melting and boiling point because each constituent may be having a different melting and boiling point. So, in totality, the mixture cannot have a fixed melting and boiling point. Here there's a question, okay, on which you need to think, and then we'll get back in the next class, okay, with the rest of the materials. Now the question says that a student collects seashells at the beach. So many times when you go to the beach, you want to collect seashells, right? But Miss Deering, that's his teacher, will not allow the students to take any sand on the bus. And she has made it very clear. So if the student wishes to take the seashells home, he must separate the seashells from sand. So which method would the children use? Or would be the most helpful when trying to separate the sand from the seashells? This is what you're going to think. So now here there's a question which you're going to think about and we'll discuss in the next class. And that is, a student collects seashells at the beach and his teacher, Ms. Theory, will not allow the students to take any sand on the bus. Okay, so if the students wish to take the shells home, then they must separate the seashells from the sand. Now let's see which method would be most helpful when they try to separate the sand from seashells. We have to check